Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, Fumo. How is it going? Do 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 do. Before we get started, thank you to I'm gonna butcher this because I always butcher names. Makikai. Thank you to Makikai for following while I wasn't live. You didn't have to do that, and I'm not able to thank you if you follow while I'm not live. But I appreciate and add. Oh no! I can't do anything about it. I am sorry. Accidentally hit yourself with beads. I'm. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, I haven't updated my gunbreaker hotbar for my mouse. Whatever, it's fine. I don't plan on playing gunbreaker for a little bit. Back? Yeah. What do you mean you accidentally hit yourself with beads? I am confusion. I am the very confusion. Oh, Mardi Gras. Okay. Anywho, well, today we are doing more FF14. Obviously, I think that was pretty clear from the title of the stream and everything. But we're gonna be resuming New Game Plus and doing more MSQ things. Leviathan is sort of the halfway point through the 80 Quests of Pain. So, that's encouraging. We're almost to Heavensward. That's super encouraging. I think we've got like 2 more trials before they start setting up Heavensward. We've got Leviathan, and then I think Thunderbeard. And then I think it's gonna start setting up Heavensward. But I don't remember exactly. So, anywho. Without further ado, I'm gonna queue in as a healer for the speedy queues. And then no trials. No, not Stormblood, not Shadowbringers. The Horror Leader. Yeah, there's like 3 more trials and including this one in Realm Reborn. That'll be fun. Nice. That sounds exciting. Alright, it's been a hot minute since I've played Scholar. It has been, in fact, the last time we did a forced trial was I played as Scholar. So that was, what, Thorn March? So, you might have to forgive me with my bad Scholar play. And the only reason I'm doing Scholar is because it's my lowest level healer. But anywho, today has been a long day. Today has been definitely a Monday. Hello, little Byakko cub. How are you doing today? Hi, Silgar. What are you looking at me for? You gonna come join stream? Do you have words of wisdom to share? No, you're just gonna do a stretch? Okay. Monday do be an oof? Yeah, it do. I had lots of annoying things happen at work. But it's okay, because work is over now, and we get to stream. And I had my hour to myself to decompress after work, and now I am ready to do again. Yeah. I'm fairly excited to do more MSQ. I will admit, I have been like, man, I want to be past the 80 Quests of Pain so freaking bad. I want to get to Heavensward already. I really do. I want to get to Heavensward because the story is legit good in Heavensward. And I know people say that a lot, but that doesn't mean it's not true. Is this a long chapter? Basically, it's a long several chapters. And it's not that good. It's not that good. So Oh wait, I never made sure that I'm still skipping. Well, I guess we're about to find out. I hope I'm not skipping cutscenes. Okay, we're not skipping cutscenes. Cool. So if you remember, we built a boat to go float out on the moat called the sea with a big pile of crystals. And our goal is to kill the big lizard thing, the sea serpent. I love how quiet it is. Leviathan has a bubble. Leviathan has multiple bubbles. Question, if Elden Ring does finally release DLC, will you stream it? I don't think so. Now, Bob is planning on becoming a Souls tuber, so, you know, he probably will. But I'm not crazy about Elden Ring, admittedly. I wouldn't look forward to doing the DLC at any rate. That's Bob as a Souls tuber. Yee. At least that's what I think. But he's currently doing school and other things, so he's currently really busy. It made you suffer. It made a lot of people suffer. But moreover, I just disagreed with a lot of the design choices of the game. And I don't think it'd be very fun to go back through it just purely for the sake of playing through the DLC. Alright. Time for Leviathan. Why does the thing look like Lesioth? I don't know who that is. I didn't mean to hit Whispering Dawn, but I guess we're hitting Whispering Dawn. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am a big idiot. Haha, I'm an idiot. I was doing mechanics wrong. The tail reflects magic. I was like, wait. Why is it not immune to magic? No, I'm an idiot. That's why. Alright, so the cool thing about this trial... wait, no. Adlo... Lustrate, there we go. Oh, there's another scholar. They're doing a lot better at scholaring than I am. Ow. Hey, it's a speaker. Hello, speaky. Oh, that might be too late. I don't like this trial. Ah! Welcome, Clara. At least we get banger song while we're dead on the ground. Oh, we didn't hit the stupid converter on time. Who's he targeting? The warrior. Who's this thing targeting? The gunbreaker. Interesting. The warrior is about to die. Goodbye. And You are perish. Let's try that again, but this time with better timing. Oh, I don't have Celine. Okay, so basically, did I ever give the context behind? Oh yeah, we did. My brain forgets a lot of things. But the mechanic to this is casters can't attack the tail. That's number one. And number two is you have to hit the stupid elemental converter at the right time. Otherwise, you wait. Very annoying. I'm just gonna hang on to my unit blow, I don't care. I don't care about playing Scholar optimally. I'm not a Scholar main. Scholar mains are a meme. They get Sprint as their level 90 skill. Oh, that might be too early. Hey, we're fine. We did the mechanic right, guys. Look at us go. Time for energy hearings. Hey, we did it. Let's go. See, as soon as you figure out the timing on the stupid elemental converter, Leviathan is a pushover. At least he is now. Because, you know, we're ridiculously powerful in comparison. You're the only person who stays, so you get the comp. Alright, back to story. And I'm gonna go play Gunbreaker, just for kicks and giggles, while we're doing the story. Or is it gonna toss us into a cutscene? No, it's not. Cool. Gunbreaker. I'll turn this on, sure, why not? Where am I going? Oh, Limsa. How's everyone? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I may be losing slight brain cells, but that's okay. That's okay. That happens every stream. So, you know, nothing new, nothing new. Sure, I'm just gonna walk normally with the gunblade out. Alright, that seems like it makes sense. There we go. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today I will permit myself a few words. Ahem. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. You don't need all those cells? What do you mean all those cells? Ah! Thank you, Resident Jogger, for the follow. I appreciate. Yeah. Oh, brain cells. Yes, yes. I thought May held the brain cell of everyone in the Chaos Corps and just lent it out. She do.
Sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you.
I didn't realize this was going to be voiced. I was prepared to read more, but okay, thank you, game.
Not for the first time. You have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated.
I think Yugiri's voice actor changes when she next appears in the story. Like, beyond A Realm Reborn. I'm not gonna say when she appears, because that would be spoilers, but I think her voice actor changes. Voice actress, I guess.
This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight.
I think after this cutscene, I'm gonna turn up my voice volume or whatever of the cutscenes up just a little bit.
Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own.
Hey, look, the Rogues Guild.
By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
I love how they have to point out that they used to use the gladiator fighting animations for Thancred, and now they use the rogue fighting animations for Thancred. And they're just gonna gloss over that. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
You may labor to believe it. Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
Teasing Thancred is a fun
It
pastime.
would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
Is this still going to be voiced?
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
General Kenobi. Hi, Revan. I am letting voiced cutscene play.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us.
It's going good. I'm just sitting quiet because voiced cutscene and all. But I'll probably be talking a lot more once all the voice acting is done.
When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
I think that's it. I think that's... yeah. It's going good though. I'm excited to be back streaming. I feel really bad for not having streamed Thursday or Friday. Oh my goodness. Oh. Goodbye. I appreciate the follow, but nar. Get out of here, bot. The admiralism of I can't talk. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Levinson society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will only get you so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is a letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. You know, it's funny. I already have levels in Rogue. I have a level 72 ninja, so like this is not going to be an issue for me. They know who I am. In fact, I'm going to switch to ninja just for this little segment here. And me as a Dumbo decided to switch to ninja while sprint was going, and therefore I lost sprint. I am Sag. Oh wait, I need to go this way. Dual cool flip. Dual cool flip. Dual cool flip. Alright. Inconspicuous man. Got business with me, Venture? I have a letter for you. Hi. Good to see you guys again. So you're the man Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Rogue, that wasn't very min-maxer of you. Min-max is Karimage. And you must be the Far Easterner, what Merlwyb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I am Ugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Lims is the city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. What's min-max again? How to explain min-maxing? Minimize weakness, maximize strength. Yeah, that's the core of it. That's the crux of it. There's more to it than that, but yeah. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, Ugiri of Do What's-It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Ha, that didn't come out right, did it? Master Mylon, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Players that try and play things where you do the most efficient option. Yeah, sorta. Setting all else aside. But in this game, it's hard to min-max in this game. It don't work. Much more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage, I think is how you say that, being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you overlong. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Hard to min-max? Well, there's a will, there's a way. I mean, okay, so... It is... I will fully admit that people min-max for critical hit in this game. But it's sort of like to the detriment of what exactly? Because the other stats either aren't all that useful or, you know, it almost doesn't matter because higher item level pieces are still better anyway. Like, use Will Smith. But anyway, it's he does maximize slab damage. I'm gonna go back to Gunbreaker. Because I like this glam. No one can tell me not to use it. I am invulnerable. Time to read!
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand.
Never mind! Alright, I'm gonna stay quiet for a voiced cutscene.
If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo.
I forgot to increase the volume of the voices. I'll do that after this cutscene, I promise.
Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
All these unique places, names for places. I mean, yeah. True.
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
Although you don't necessarily need to know every name to every place. Especially not the Isle of Val. Since it's, you know, destroyed, you don't need to know about it.
12 Preserve.
is
If
this?
there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned. It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve. Revolution.
Oh no. I forgot about that. Okay, I said I would increase the voice volume, so give me just a second. Voice. Okay. Quickly, we must get the shine to protect the Quadrumal. Alright, on to the next patch. Which is, I think, like, the third to last? Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. Then we must slay the behemoth so we can't get the Ruby of Infinite Knowledge. Welcome to JRPGs, sir. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Magomag the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12's Wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Acelia? I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. 3 stages of JRPGs, fight the thing, dialogue, go fight the other thing. I mean, yeah, you can boil down JRPGs to that, but a lot of JRPGs, there's a lot of story that goes on in the fight the thing, dialogue, and go fight the other thing. That's really what JRPGs focus on, is telling a story while at the same time having epic boss fights. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acelia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. What's a JRPG? A Japanese role-playing game. As opposed to a Western role-playing game or an action role-playing game. WRPG and ARPG. Well, actually, ARPGs are fairly Western already, but anyway. That's beside the point. Dialogue, fight the thing, dialogue while fighting the thing, talk to the thing, kill the thing, dialogue about the kill, and then... I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. I've played a lot of JRPGs growing up, so yes and no. But I have played enough to appreciate. Alright. And now is the beginning of the end. I'm pretty sure. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. Only real one I kind of play was Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is genuinely a real JRPG. Final Fantasy is also a JRPG, but those are kind of the biggest franchises, at least to my knowledge. There are others, but, I can't think of them right now. The Tales of series is a JRPG thing. But anywho. We've been living off the scraps in Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as would sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up, they climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run, the only question was where. And then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So surely you'd do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word... Tataru? Is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? Ah! Phone going off. I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. I want your opinion on something. What's a good starter class for this game? Pick any of them. I ain't lying. Pick any of them. Pick whatever you want to play. If you want to... Oh, hi, Jacob! If you want to have fast queue times on your own, I suggest tank or a healer, so Gladiator, Marauder, or Conjurer, and then eventually Arcanist can become... Well, actually, Arcanist stays a Arcanist for a while. But I would recommend one of those three, Marauder, Gladiator, or Conjurer, if you want fast queue times on your own. But if you plan on playing with friends, then play whatever you want, man. Play what looks fun. Because there's no meta in this game. There's no meta class. There's no class that's bad. There's no class that's good. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, and they're all fairly well balanced. You can clear any content with any class, and that goes for the easiest of content and the hardest of contents. And yes, like, even the new Ultimate that got released, like, 2 weeks ago, can be cleared with a Bard or a Dancer. Like, even though they have the least amount of DPS, they still have the party buffs to make up for it. So, play whatever the hell you want. Play whatever the hell you want. That's my advice. Play what looks fun, and, if you don't enjoy playing the class you picked, don't worry. You only have to reach level 10 and reach a certain point in the story, and it's like, 10 minutes into the story. Okay, no, it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours into the story. But, a short little bit into the story, and then they'll let you, pick up other classes, and you can pick up other classes, and level them, experience those jobs, and how they play, and, pick your favorite from there. Playing the guitar while people are punching a boss. I mean, that's Bard. Well, no, Bard shoots a bow. Bard comes from Archer. Yeah, each of the jobs also advances via a job crystal at level 30. Or at least each of the starter jobs do. The DLC jobs automatically have their job crystals. But other than Arcanist, most of them are just kind of expansions on the base class already. Arcanist branches into, you know, 2 different classes, but 2 different jobs, but, you know, overall, yeah, just pick your preference on battle style. It's really just a you thing. Pick what you want to play. Whatever looks fun. 7 hells. Now that the Blades have an excuse, they'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. You got it. Thank you. Pray, do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalima will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Mylon. I love how they're calmly walking away. Thankfully, I have teleport. Where is this thing? Oh, it's the Adventurers Guild, okay. Why do we have to babysit Alphino? Because the story said so. I have a bad feeling about sign thingy. What? Sign thingy? What? Also, I keep noticing that my hair is clipping through my collar, so... Dark Knight? Dark Knight? No, Paladin. I like my Paladin. Something? Oh, a bad feeling about something? I did say this was the beginning of the end, right? Hello, event. How are you doing today? I'm not here for you. Those of you who have done this section of the story before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the beginning of the end. But we haven't even seen Alphino's idea
must have
yet.
Gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
And Walker. Not quite that far out, but you know.
Ulda, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
Still in the 80 Quests of Pain.
Ulda is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
I'm over halfway done though, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get done by today. Just because I happen to know that there's still like 2 more trials and they're pretty far apart. But hopefully I can get done by next week. Hopefully next week will be the last stream of the 80 Quests of Pain. Hopefully. It might be 2 more weeks.
To an Uldan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Uldan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor.
Apparently scientists found a fossil of something they're calling a polar bear T-Rex. That sounds terrifying.
Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day. with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
I hate his voice actor too, Speaker. You're not the only one. I hate Alphino pre... Actually, I kind of don't like Alphino, period.
The manner
but, you know.
of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
He sounds like a dude trying to sound like a child. He do.
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence.
Oh my gosh. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that for certain.
That the immortal flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
There we go. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Oh my god. This man giving me orders. Also, I got pats from Mirando. I feel valid. At the Hall of Flames, huh? Okay. Hi, Raban. Now is not a good time, Lieutenant Moreau. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Finally got pats. I did. Some rando gave me head pats. I appreciate. Alphino, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Anakin, what would you do if there was a child in front of you? Anakin ignites lightsaber. If it was this child, I'd kind of agree. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monitorists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Mylon. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. I can't freaking talk today. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Alphino is such a brat. You look as though you have something to say, Lieutenant Morrow. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna teleport because I am lazy. I'm gonna drink really quick while I'm talking. That wasn't too lazy? What do you mean? The Aetheryte was like right there. I could have teleported to the gate and then flown here. I didn't expect them to send you, Mylon. I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well then, you've come to the right place. You mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation, and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. It's smart teleporting to Gridania, and Gridania is lazy. Okay, that's pretty lazy. That's pretty lazy. I can't lie. That's pretty lazy. Zazawaka. Hello, sir. I'm here to have a chat. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. Wait, I know your face. Are you not the man from the Church of Saint Adima Landama? 1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. If Leofric bids you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to discord... I can't freaking talk! I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Alright. Terrified refugee. What are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw. Don't draw! Why did you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here, with me, be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? I will soothe you, my good sir. There, there. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I follow the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. And when we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups and sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting. And then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... Oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it! Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. It's not a bad idea. Foxo. Alright. I don't recall Reese. Oh, wait, no, it's down here. Through the river thing. Yee. Hello. I have come. 7 hells, they've found us. Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Ah ha 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 ha! Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Goodbye. And goodbye. Fine. There you go, buddy. You beat him like it was nothing. Oh, almighty, what are we gonna do now? Oh, okay. You got this. I helped the man with like his trash mobs, but he's got this. You got this. You've returned! Did you find my brethren? What are the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? He wasn't there. Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Oh, Stone's Throw is over there. Okay. We knew. I love auto run. I can lay back in my seat and do a relax, take a drink of water. In a second. There we go. Delicious. All while traveling. This is a crying girl. Have you seen my parents? No, kid. I'm sorry. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said they were gonna change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for someone stirring up trouble. You mean the man who left with my parents? I don't know where he... Wait, look! Over there! I think that's him! Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? That's so... You're gonna head out. Alright, see you later, Fumo. Thank you for dropping by. What is this silver doing? Do you want out of the room, sir? Okay, 1 second. Here. You don't believe or no? What are you doing, cat? This cat is crazy. Okay, alright. You don't have to leave if you don't want to. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, this dude is like, are you trying to look shady, sir? You! Oh, hi, cat. He's getting away! Go get him, mister! Unfortunately for him, I can fly. Hello there. You again? Why are you pursuing me? What the cat doing? Oh, posture check, I appreciate. And a hydrate, I also appreciate. And a stretch? Okay, 1 second. The cat was, walking beneath my desk. We stretch up! Oh, bones are popping. Okay, and to the left. And to the right. And bend down and touch toes. Whee! He was over at the door at first, meowing, because I thought he wanted me to let him out, but no, he was just making noises. And now he's sitting on top of my guitar case. I think he's just being a cat. He might just be bored, I don't know. Sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None! No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. You want out? You want out? I will let you out. Go on. Go on. There we go. Took some encouragement, but he finally left. I don't know if y'all can hear him meowing. I don't know if y'all heard that meow when he was asking to be let out. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a current's arse about politics. It was business. Only business. Silgar speaks, he do. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. F. Cats have their own time. They do. What's all this commotion? 7 hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Someone murdered my, my thread. Whatever it's called. My lead. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. You're not... I mean... He wasn't the one responsible, though. I mean, he was responsible, but he wasn't responsible. It's difficult. He was paid to do it, yada, 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 things, whatever. He only business, right? He's not concerned about politics. He was paid to do it. Guys, I don't know what's wrong with me. Don't question me. I am now Repper. Oh, my Reaper Gleam actually does look good. Let's use it for a little bit. Even the okay. The cat ears in the hat are a little funny, but okay. How does this look without the hat? Looks pretty good still. My hair clips through the back of the cloak, but whatever. I'm sorry, just the cat ears at the top of the hat. Just no. What news, Lieutenant Morrow? Where is the merchant? What do you mean there's nothing wrong with you? Everything is wrong with me. I make lots of weird noises and my brain is kind of broken. Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell! He was not simply murdered, Lieutenant. He was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries, as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okie dokie. I just like the visual look of Reaper. Playing Reaper, meh. It's okay. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but there are better classes in my eyes. But the visual look of a Reaper, I can definitely appreciate. We've been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. Please proceed inside. Whatever. Emphasis is hard. Boom.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji? But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Teleji, yeah, that grin. Dude is definitely not good. Dude is definitely not a great guy.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Neither is Lolorito. That is true. Neither of them are very great guys, and neither of them are, the type of people to put others first.
Omega.
Pardon?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
Hey, look, foreshadowing to the level 70 normal rates. 2 businessmen, one more ethical than the other. True, but neither are very moral.
If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cotonou Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
Both need to be punted, yes.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth
It's
be
like
told,
Paimon.
until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
Lalafell
That he
abuse.
should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Interesting. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interests to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Lieutenant Morrow. Pray, keep us informed of any developments in Cartano. Begone, whelp! This is no place for children. I'm sorry. Wait, kid. I know I'm in a different outfit now, but do you remember me? I was looking for you, mister. You who said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? Yeah, I met her in Stone's Throw, the village outside of the city. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man, or were my parents with him? They were not, I am afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course. But first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you can wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. That's really condescending of you, buddy, but okay. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garlands, an ether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Asian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources, and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Mylan, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs. Go, Mylan. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. What a stuck-up brat. What the... She was worried about you, dude! Like, the least you could do is say thank you. And be like, but I'm fine. No. But no. You have to be like, Nar, I can take care of myself, thank you very much. Stop learning from Thancred, he's not a good role model. I was saying that whole spiel, and then I was like, well, that's exactly what Thancred does, so I kind of have to say that. Laziness. Thancred has got not a good role model. Stop trying to be him. Thancred is cool, don't get me wrong, but he's not a good role model. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Mylan. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. When is Thancred ever a good role model? He's not. Not until Shadowbringers. Not until Shadowbringers. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Yeah, let's go. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Ramuh. I'm sorry, may have. Then it is not certain. The Elder Seedseer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, Antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. It's an Andy! Welcome, welcome, Andy! How are you doing? It's been a while. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it. I told Papalimo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. Busy with life in school, I felt that. And so, as long as Castor Morian stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have the guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Mylon, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Redania. I wonder, might one who has treated with Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. The Elder Seedseer has requested your personal involvement, Mylon. Pray, report to Commander Hulwa. I don't know how to say his name! At the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. I wish I could take trusts into trials, so that I didn't have to bother people with low-level trials. Like, I wish I could do that. And me about to change my glam again. Don't mind me, I'm just changing a lot of outfits. There's a bard over there. Mylon of the Scions, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray, make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. Okie dokie. I'm tired. I may try to go to bed a little early tonight, especially since I have off work tomorrow. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? The answer is yes. I did not mean to say no. Sorry.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome.
Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
Wait, what, Clara? What are we waiting for? What's up?
Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
Is this when that thing happens with the crystals, or am I thinking of something else? I think you're thinking of something else. I think you're thinking of something else.
The Twelves Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
They didn't
You
voice
have
the
my
sylph.
thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelves Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Veorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
And there we go. Mission acquired. I wish Fantasias weren't so expensive. Honestly. $10 for a Fantasia is a little on the expensive side. Mylan of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location of where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. No. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine that it will be much longer. This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched Ones summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow scions? It would be this one's pleasure, walking one. Please, please come with this one. But we have Thunderbeard to kill. Because we all know it's probably going to end in violence. Luckily, I am over level 50, and therefore I'm not super worried about things attacking me. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. Luckily for me, again, I can fly. I like the music here, though. So violence or no? I choose violence. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking one will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, walking one. So it's actually you. I am relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Ishola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring the etheric activity in the area, and am pleased to say that I have reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come from Milan, the Lord of Levin awaits. Excuse me. Thunderbeard!
Nora betrays thee, servant of Hyden. Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
By right of diplomacy.
The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed, or light and dark given form when man was born. It would explain much, not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Sure, you can watch. I love Ramu, though. Ramu is one of the coolest primals, in my opinion. Or at least in ARR, he's the coolest, in my opinion. But for the sake of queue times, I am going to queue in as a healer again. Because I don't want to sit here waiting forever. Nah, striking tree hard. No. There we go. There we go. See? Waiting on the tank. Waiting on the tank. There we go. Alright, trial number 2. Oh, we're just immediately starting. All right. I like the music for this fight. Oh. What is the warrior doing? He's doing EX mechanics is what he's doing. Alright, time for ads. I don't want to be here. Ow. No one's in the chair, so. Okay, someone did hit the sage. I love how the warrior's name is only Franz. It's just so funny to me. Wait, that ignores shields? Well, that's kind of dumb. Okay, my res is on cooldown, Sage, so you're gonna have to handle that one. There we go. We got it. He got a big old beard. Yeah, I call him Thunderbeard. There we go. He was Thunderbeard. And we smacked the crap out of him.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. and I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Foreshadow to end Walker. Sort of.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
So how was the fireworks show, buddy?
In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
We are switching back to... Let's just play as my paladin some more. Oh wait, I can just fly there. Whee! There we go. No. There we go. Hello, sir. Mylan, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? It was great. We sat down, we had a nice cup of tea. We bickered a little bit about the weather. And I'm back. Were you just writing Okami? What the heck is Okami? I don't know. He challenged you to a test of arms? It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest's champion of peace. You don't know Okami? I'm sorry! I live under rock. He is named Rocky. I would like to introduce him to you. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Mylan. The Elder Seer must be informed of your deeds at once. The Elder Seer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Noficus Altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Mylan. Okie dokie. See, even Clara is confused. I don't know who you talk about. Uncultured. I'm very uncultured. This surprises you? We need to fix this? Nar. I am perfect just the way I am. Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who knew your mission have been most anxious to see your return. The Elder Seer awaits you within. She confuses me too, Clara, don't worry. Is this voiced?
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
I mean, it wasn't as bad as you make it out to be.
Ramu made trial of you?
Do you know of Amaterasu? No, I don't. I have no idea what that is.
I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without.
Angelica noises.
It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
I have no idea what the two of you are talking about.
As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all.
Who?
Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off.
It's pretty far off, yeah.
On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
This best game you can feed the animals. I mean, that does sound interesting, but I'm not into, like, farming simulators. It's not a
Lord
farming
Ramu
sim.
has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
It's an action-adventure game? Well, that sounds interesting. Papa Limo. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Mylon? Oh, hi. Yeah, that command exists. I forgot about that. Yee. I'd hoped Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianshe too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Mylon? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? We are having a talk after stream. I'm gonna have dinner after stream. Sure, I'll go back to the Rising Stones. We're having a talk after. Guys, Mama wants to have a chat. I don't know how safe I feel. Mumther would like a word. Welcome back, Mylon. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Uriange's discoveries must take precedence. You're dark, dude. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, Our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Important cutscene time! Woo! 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 Alarms are going off. Big cutscene moment. You can tell because everyone but the unimportant boy is here,
ready,
and it's voiced.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Time to review what we already know. Stop texting me!
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, It seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
I want to draw, but being off my meds makes me feel so tired. I am sorry. You draw a little bit and then take a nap. How's about that?
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an
But as
answer.
you nap, you sleep. Well then, get energy drinks.
The
You cannot
Sahagin
escape the
ascended to
talk.
immortal state.
No, I have been
Did
found
not
out.
possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan.
The stores
If
are
we could
close
entrap
to
the spirits of
dawn.
defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection,
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
You don't trust who? Rianjay?
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Hedlar. I mean, you aren't wrong, but you also aren't right either to not trust him. And I can't really expound on that. The Lord of Levin is returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him. Won't spoil why? Oh, okay, so you know what happens. Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. That's another new Ascian that hasn't been used since. And another one. The limitless potential of man. Heidelin's servant grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times has the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Haha bread. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Are we on to the... Hold on, I'm gonna go look up really quick. Post ARR quests. Hold the phone really quick. 7th Astral Era. Where is... Oh, okay. We're not quite to the next patch yet, I don't think. Oh, we are closing in. We've got... Okay. I missed a trial earlier, but now we have 2 trials remaining. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. But we're over halfway done with the 80 Quests of Pain. Now the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest. There is something I would show you, Mylon. It is a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions, in particular, the names of all the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Magomag XII, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Mylon, and Eorzea is that much safer for your presence. Pray, do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That's a track from Shadowbringers, A Better Tomorrow. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but to think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs and the cat can't talk! Cat can't freaking talk today! Of the sylphs of Little Solace, who wish not of conflict. Of Alice, who strives to unearth the terrible secrets of the calamity. And then there is Sid and the Fellowship of Noah, racing to unlock the mysteries of ancient Alec, that we might be spared the horror of another Ultima weapon. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, Antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Alphino, I take it the troubles in Ul'Dan no longer require your attention. There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. Ah, I have a message for you from Ele. You recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why Alphino? Am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. I love teasing Alphino. Teasing Alphino is a good sport. It's a good pastime. Mylan, you have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozon was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Okay. I'll go visit with the kid. Oh wait, Yozon was the kid we rode in the carriage with. Who was like, why did you become an adventurer? Do you think I can become an adventurer someday? We're gonna start the Adventurers Guild of Revenant's Toll. That was his dream. It was cute. Cute kid. Anyway. Alar. No. No. There we go. Look! It's Mr. Mylan! He's back from his adventures! We heard you were off fighting primals, and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Mr. Mylan? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion, then? Yes, I love this little side quest. Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltonay, did you know that Mr. Mylan is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Mylan. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonay. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. Ugh, I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore, we are adventurers. You're still younglings to me, at least you're still Padawans. Young Padawan. And we were just asking Mr. Mylan if he could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt some monsters alongside him, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Mylan? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Hoary, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Ha 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 ha! Well, perhaps I am. But what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you, Mylan? Would you consent to spar with me? Abso-freaking-lutely. Hurrah! We're to have a tournament! Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. An outing. We must prepare our gear for an outing. If you don't know why that's funny, I'm sorry. Do not try to disappoint them. Have faith, Coltonay. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make this of this a worthy contest. I'm sorry, I'm laughing too hard. This guy is gonna get stomped into the ground. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. I do too. This has always been one of my favorite instanced fights in the whole game. Not because of, like, mechanics surrounding it or anything, but just because of context. It's just a lot of fun. And, as you're soon about to learn, news of the Warrior of Light getting into a sparring match travels fast. If I remember this cutscene correctly. Which I think I do. It was good of you to agree to this, Mylon. I trust you are ready to begin? Abso-freaking-lutely. Cutscene. Very well. Let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Hori, you were certain you wish to fight him alone. That is Mylon you face. You gonna take that lying down? What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Mylon to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello? You haven't begun yet, have you? Ida? What? Who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. I hope you're not talking about me. I hope you're talking about Hori Boulder. Dude could genuinely use the encouragement. Since he is standing toe-to-toe against me. Yes, and there is still more to come. When I mentioned Mylon's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Oh, gosh. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. This is so adorable. We shall soon see. I can't freaking say those two words together. I can't ever do it. I can't ever do it. We shall soon see. On your guard. I love this fight. Alright. Go! Oh! Such power! The tails barely do you justice. Mr. Bolton won't lose, will he? It's not over yet. It can't be. Aye, the children have the right of it. 'Tis time I join the fray. On your feet, Hori. Whee! Oh my gosh. I feel so bad for the pounding that is going on here. I must admit defeat. It was an honor and a privilege. And goodbye, Hori. Oh no, I didn't kill him, did he? Oh no, he looks hurt. I didn't kill him, did I? Mr. Mylon is so strong. But you can't give up, Mr. Boulder. Can't disappoint the younglings. This is great. I love Never have I faced such strength, but the lesson must continue, and... Oh, 'tis your example I follow. Surrender not to the implacable foe. He activated Hallowed Ground. Good on you, buddy. Unfortunately, this fight is over. Shame it was over so soon. Oh, man. You have bested me. I yield. All in good fun, my man. That was incredible! He beat them both at the same time! We knew you couldn't lose, Mylon. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Why am I getting so many texts? I'm getting, like, so many texts. Hold on, I'm just gonna clear my notifications really quick. This is getting out of... Okay. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Y'all can see why this is like my favorite. It's like one of my favorite scenes. I love the kids. I love Hori Boulder and Coltene. I love the whole context. Impressive as always, Mylon. It is ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Ow. Do you recall when first we met? It was at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why my grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I remember that. That was like, 3 weeks ago-ish. Maybe a little bit longer, but still. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. That's rich coming from you. That's rich. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Oh, Claire wants the nya-nya! Hi, Claire. Welcome, welcome. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. But the threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. I don't know why, but I keep getting an image of a cool channel point based on Bardic Inspiration. I do want a custom, image for the channel points. Because I think they are called I think I did call them Bardic Inspiration, right? Yeah, I did. I do want, a custom image for it, but I don't know... Mika? Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Do you want me to make one? I don't know yet. Here's the thing. I don't have my model. Bardic Inspiration user. I don't have my model yet, so I don't know what theme I'm going to be working off of. I know... I have an idea of the design, and I'm working with the person who's writing, doing my model. But the theme, the design is still in... Give you time... Oh, gosh. The design is still in progress. I know that it's going to be, D&D themed bard, essentially. D&D themed Mikote bard. So, it's going to be a mix of D&D and FF14, my two favorite things, basically. And music, obviously. Because, I don't know if you heard that, but whatever. I strum guitar. Anyway. But at any rate, I don't know exactly what that design is going to look like yet. I have some ideas, but it's still a work in progress, and I don't want to rush my artist at all. I don't want to rush her in the slightest. She's having a hell of a difficult time as it is, and I even went and I told her, look, you could put my model at the back of your queue if you have people who are, pressuring you more so than I am to get done with their things, because I want my, model design process to be like more of a fun process rather than a hurry up and get it done kind of thing. I want her to enjoy it as much as I will enjoy it. So, you know, it may not, like, my model and design may not be for a while. It may not be for a while. So I'm kind of holding off on emotes, you know, overlays, custom images, banners, stuff like that, until such time as I have a better idea of what my design is going to look like. That being said, I do use fan art, and stuff have got, like, other people have made stuff for me or gotten stuff commissioned for me in the past. Like my PNG that I'm using, Nika made it for me as fan art, and I really appreciate that. And so I'm using that as my PNG right now. One of my emotes is a piece of commissioned art from Emian that Void got for me, so that's super cool. And my banner, I believe, is another piece of... You want to be in a box? I love the little box. It's great. The little box is such an awesome touch. But anyway, like, I don't use... Like, I still don't have a whole lot of, like, streamer items, streamer tools, like all the emotes, banners, overlays, that sort of thing, right? But I'm A-okay with holding off on all that stuff. Because I want a better idea of what my design is going to look like. That way I can kind of design all that stuff to fit with the model design that I'm going to have. So, anyway, side tangent over. Back to me stuttering over text boxes. It was the people. These wonderful, often infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. You want flowers to be coming out of the top side, but yeah, I get you. That sounds awesome. Flowers out of the box sounds awesome. You sketched to it. That was hella fast, Nika. Is that what my 2 DMs are about? Oh no, that's what one of them is. Oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. Stop texting me! Oh, okay, no. One is a go live notification, and oh, you're working on a third. What the crud, woman, mama, mumser. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. You love it and you know it. I really do appreciate it. I do. But, like, I don't even think that was 5 minutes. And I'm not asking you to do it. You know I'm not. I ask no one to make stuff for me. The only person I've ever asked is my model mother, and I have paid her, and she's working on it. Like, that's the only person I've ever asked to do any... That's not true. I asked Nika, I asked you to make the PNG transparent, because it used to have a blue background or whatever. But that's it. That's all I've ever done. It's all I've ever done. A wish that has now become my own. I, too, will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. What is that noise downstairs? Oh, that's a drill! Oh! I hope y'all can't hear that. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat, and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians, is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray, let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Alright, time for Alphino's brainchild. The doomed brainchild. It was dead before it could ever be born. Okay. The amount of text messages I'm receiving during a stream is... I'm hoping y'all don't hear the vibration or whatever, the brrrr of my phone. But, like, this is getting a little ridiculous. And I'm sorry to keep commenting on it, but usually it's only a couple. But I swear I've gotten, like, 20 or more. And I'm just like, what the crud? What in the world is going on in the outside world? What am I missing? No, not Minfilia. Thank you for coming, Mylon. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, basically since beating Gaius and his Ultima weapon, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land, and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the Scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey, and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Fine! Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. I have a pile full of, recruits from having done, what were they called? Platoons. You could train your own soldiers in the Grand Companies once you reach a certain rank, and I am at that certain rank, and I've done it for a while. And I have, like, scores and scores and scores of applications that I have never once looked at. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. That is a simple teleport away, my good sir. A simple teleport away. What time are we at? Okay, we still got time. We still got time. What? Nika, what is the face for? Nika, what is the face for? Ah, there you are. I am ready to ascend to the bridge to speak with Admiral Blowfishfin. Check DMs. Oh my. Alright. Well, I will glance. I will glance because I am curious. Oh, wow. I really like all three of those, actually. Ooh, I do like all three. Okay. We can chat after stream. If you also don't want, if you stream, I am on stream mode. I just that's why y'all aren't hearing notifications come through. But it's like Discord is active in my taskbar, and I can see the little 1 or 2 pop up. So, anywho, while the Admiral and I are finalizing promissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Yeah, it's why I didn't hear the notification. Like, I don't think I heard the notification come through. Admittedly. Well, no, I know for a fact I didn't hear it because I have the notifications turned off. I'm on streamer mode. But, like, that's why I probably didn't react as, you know, immediately. Gotta head out. Alright. Thank you for dropping by, Speaky. I really do appreciate it. I won't be going for too much longer, don't you worry, buddy. Master Alphino's new organization. Yes, I had heard of the formation of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Lominsa must needs receive my full attention. That's fair. That's fair. I'm cooking. Nice. What you cooking? What the Clara cooking? I have no idea what I'm gonna have for dinner. An organization with the freedom to operate with a territorial impunity. I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch. I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Buffalo chicken with egg noodle. Okay, that sounds kind of good. That sounds really good, actually. We do onion. I don't care about event. Me no care. Eh? Who in the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fob, try knocking on that dandy Carvelane's door. Alright, well. Guess we got our answer out of her. A precursor to a united Eorzean Grand Company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldic and Vimelis keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Ripperoni. Where's this last place? Oh, okay. A distance. I cannot lie. Part of me really wants to bust out guitar on stream right now, but like, hey, we probably only have about 10 more minutes of stream. We don't have long, and I don't want to take up the rest of that with guitar. Hi, Real. Well, if it ain't Mylon, I'd not forget a venture brave enough, or daft enough, to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Real, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes? 3 whistles at Bronze Lake? It ain't often I drag me arse out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? You're looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Ha, sounds like a right lark, it does. Alrighty, lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. Well, we got one. We got one. And Real's awesome. Real's pretty good. He's with the Company of Heroes. But anywho, once a bard, always a bard. Speaking of guitar, hi Maria. How is it going? One moment. I need to set up my auto run. There we go, auto run. Okay. Wait, was it slash shoutout? No, it was exclamation point shoutout. Greenie, Beanie, 96. Yee. You're doing good? Awesome, awesome. What are you playing? You were playing Splatoon 3. Oh, nice! How is Splatoon? Oh, the old man wants the nya-nya! There you go, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the adorable one. Nar. Oh wait, the airship landing. I am smart. I am smart. Hold the phone! Wait, no, isn't there an elevator over here that I can take? Hold on. Hold on. Geek brain is going burr. The absolute nerd is stretching his lobes. I am wrinkling. Yes. Airship landing. I am smart. Hi, Alpha Bro. Wait, how is Splatoon, Maria? Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Mylan, your recruiting went well, I trust. I am curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Lominsa. Ah, a member of the legendary Company of Heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Noficus Altar. I think we can finish out this small scene here. Well, like, not small scene, but like, you know what I'm talking about. Building what will be called the Crystal Braves. I think we can wrap this up this stream. I think it'll be fine. It's pretty fun. Didn't think you would enjoy it that much, but you did. Nice. That's always fun. That's always fun. I have played only a small amount of Splatoon myself, but awesome that you had fun playing. I think I played Splatoon 2 is the one I played. I don't remember exactly, it's been a while. My audience with the Elder Seedseer is due to commence PSA, don't choke on your own breath. My audience with the Elder Seedseer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. I'm here, are you ending soon? Oh, hi, Amashai. I am ending somewhat soon, but that's okay. I'm glad you dropped in. I'm glad you were able to make it. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. It's okay. I'm still going for a little bit. I'm gonna try and push to finish out this little scene here, this quest basically. Which may mean I end up going over 7 o'clock a little bit, but you know, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Hello, event. I don't care about the Valentine's Day event. I really don't. Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Eh? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscarin's. I can never remember how to pronounce his name. I do actually remember him. He was the dude who worked with the Garleans and chased the Sylph leader person who I forget the name of into Totorak. He was the dude who we smacked around in the instanced fight. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gdonia? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the Wood Whalers will have naught more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Okay. If you say so. We knew. But man, I'm kind of surprised at how many people have dropped by today. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking a little bit of self-reflection. A year ago today, I still hadn't hit affiliate yet. So like, it's just some cool perspective, I guess. Is all I'm thinking about. A lot happens in a year. Anyway. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry, we were just... Oh, Mylan, isn't it? It has been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. You've earned it. I don't know about that. But I appreciate it nonetheless. I do. I'm terribly oh wait, no, I already read that. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Mune tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur? Isildur? Is his name actually Isildur? Isildur? Is this the Lord of the Rings reference? Is this supposed to be a Lord of the Rings reference? Where's this guy's ring? I need to know. That looks like a French spelling of Isildur. Like, seriously. Anyway. I have earned it. I appreciate. I don't feel like I have. I feel like, honestly, and I know Bob's probably not here to hear me say this, but he is the reason why me and Speaker have been so well networked. Like, he's the reason why we've expanded as quickly as we have. Because he makes friends with all of the big streamers, and he brings in a bunch of people that, like, are interested in seeing the other two of us stream, you know? And it's super cool, and I don't think I'd be anywhere close to being here where I am right now if Bob wasn't as awesome as he is. So, you may say I've earned it, but I feel like I owe a lot of how far I've come in streaming to Bob. So there is that. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. But yeah, like... I can't really see myself being able to go out and talk to people. I have huge social anxiety, alright? Talking to people, especially streamers that are much larger than myself, is hugely scary for me and intimidating. And I have no idea how Bob does it. I have no idea how he does it. But he makes friends with all these, like, big names and big people who have communities of their own, and he makes friends with them and becomes a part of their community and makes friends with their community and brings them over to his channel, and by virtue of him bringing them over to his channel, because of how connected our three channels are, he brings them over to all three of us. And so I feel like I wouldn't be anywhere near where I would be today without the dude. And so I am most thankful to Bob for as awesome as he's been. 'Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise. But its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Alright, I don't remember exactly where the airship landing is. Oh, it's by the... Okay, I'm dumb. It's by the Adventurers Guild down here. Oh, it's been 3 hours. Hold on, let's push and try to do Ul'dah. Let's try to do Ul'dah, and then we'll end. It'll be fine. In fact, I'll purposely switch to Machinist so that I can have speed. Hello, Alpha Bro. What news, Mylon? For my part, the Elder Seats here was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Nyum. Oh wait, no, I need to use the etherite. The Ethernet. Alright. Ul'dah, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest ascending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Mylon. Okie dokie. Alright, where are we going? Over here. I remember you. Wait, you're the man who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't. I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Anyway, that disaster really got me thinking about our homeland, and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated, and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm. That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I have prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. That's cool. Good luck with that, sir. I need to go recruit more peoples. I feel like I'm running around in FF12 in, the freaking, in Bujerba, doing the one quest. Those of you who know, you know, but if you don't, I don't want to spoil. But I feel like I'm running around Bujerba doing the one quest. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I do, in fact. I am Orson, of the Church of Saint... of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on Drybone's less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion? Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek, then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Nyum. Nyum. Cat go nyum. Cat has zoomies. I'm sorry? You wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning the lady? Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. Alright, well. There's that. Imagine having crafters leveled. Couldn't be me. Aye, you'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire? Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Alright. Chamber of Rule. Yes. New. How fared you, Mylon? What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth? Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Mylon. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. About your finances, buddy. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. That's not the concern, buddy. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Oh, cutscene. Okay. I don't remember this. Maybe I do. Okay, I do.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the warrior of light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
No, we still got about 2 more patches. 2 full patches, I should say. Because like we got 1 big one, and then 2 more miniature, like half patches after that, like a part 1 and a part 2. So I really consider it like 2 full patches, because it's like 1 and then half and half. So I consider it 2. we're gonna finish out this quest, and then we are going to go ahead and save him quick, because I'm actually going pretty far over, and I did not mean to do that. So. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Mylon. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Okay. We are going to go ahead and teleport back to my house. And that is going to be all for me, everybody. Let me go find someone to orade. Oh, I know who we're rating. Because it's been a while since I've, teased him. Anyway. So thank you to everybody for coming along. I'm gonna switch classes again, back to my trusty paladin. Thank you to everybody for coming along. Tomorrow, I'm going to stream Nier tomorrow. It's been 2 weeks. I want to play some freaking Nier. I want to do it. I wanted to play like all week last week, all week the prior week before that, and I'm like, I want to play some freaking Nier Replicant. So, tomorrow is going to be some more Nier Replicant. Please look forward to it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make stream on Friday. So, you know, it might be called off. The other two might do something. We'll see. But I'm not going to be able to make stream Friday, and I am instead going to be picking the thing to be streaming for Collab Night next Friday. But that's gonna be it for me. Once again, thank you to Maria for the raid and everybody who followed. I really do appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. And yeah, that's gonna be it. And I'm going to send you guys over to the Voido, who is playing some Elden Ring / raid Darku Voido. And y'all go give him lots of love for me, alright? Tell him he's stinky. Tell him he's very, very stinky. With lots of love. Anyway. I will see you guys later. Remember to eat dinner. And sleep well, I hope. Get some rest and get some food, alright? Peace out, y'all. Have a nice night.